A woman is on the run tonight accused of animal neglect after investigators seized nearly a dozen dogs on her property. 12 News journalist Jade Cunningham takes us to Buckeye, where a search warrant was executed today.
Good evening. So we are told that investigators took 9 dogs today after they were found to be living in this area near South 307th Avenue and West Old US Highway 80. Now, the area here is pretty desolate. There aren't really any homes. It's just a lot of land. In fact, you can actually see the tree where these dogs were living behind in what authorities were calling in horrid conditions. This is some video of how the dogs were living here on this land. You can see cages, flies, and trash littering the ground. The Maricopa County Animal Crimes Unit told me someone reached out to them last week, reporting at least a dozen or so dogs were living with a woman in an RV behind an abandoned convenience store. That woman was identified as Gina Steffes. Detectives say they came out here, but when they knocked on the RV, nobody answered. They came the next day and saw the RV was gone. The dogs, though, still on the property, locked up in their cages, no food, no water, no real shelter. Today, investigators were able to execute a search warrant and took 9 dogs from the area, though it is possible the suspect has more. Now, here's more from authorities describing the conditions the dogs were found in.
It was a variety of younger dogs, older dogs. The conditions were horrible. It was like fences welded together. I came out here 5 or 6 times, and the dogs are locked down in a little 3x5, so they're staying in their own feces and urine. I had no idea if they get out, if they're locked like that every day.
The dogs weren't necessarily malnourished, but I am told they were covered in fleas and ticks and feces. They are currently being checked out by a vet and will go to the MASH unit afterwards, where they'll eventually be adopted. In terms of their suspect, they say they have an idea of where she is, and once in custody, she will most likely face charges for abandonment as well as medical and inadequate shelter charges. In Buckeye, Jay Cunningham, 12 News.